Suhaly, Bautista, Carolina. I go by Suhaly, or Moon Mother, or the Earth Warrior. Preferred pronouns are she, her, and hers.
My name is Naima, Carolina. Pronouns are she, her, hers. We met 2004 in college. I saw Suhaly walk past, and I was like, who is that? And as I was looking back at her, she turned around and looked at me, and then I was startled. I was like, oh, huh? What? What'd you say?
She was trying to pretend that she wasn't looking at me.
Yeah, but I got caught red-handed, and so then Sue came to me and was like, I think I know you from somewhere. And then I always tell my friends at this point, I knew I kind of had her because I was like, oh, now she knows me from somewhere.
I really thought I did.
I definitely knew that she like was interested, at least in that part. Oh, there's so many things I love about Sue. She tells me all these things that I am as a Libra, and I think that I spend a lot of time in my head thinking about the future, thinking about the coulda, woulda, shouldas, and the ifs. And she definitely grounds me. She brings me back down to earth and allows me to just live in a moment and be more present.
And I think like in that same vein, like Nai allows me to like dream and like imagine scenarios that I don't consider to be realistic because I'm so grounded. I definitely did not imagine myself getting married. I thought for a long time, actually, like well into college and beyond, that being married would interrupt my freedom.
So, in theory, yes, I definitely like imagine myself being married. I think the challenge for me was that when I closed my eyes real tight and I tried to picture it, I knew that I wanted to be with a woman, but I didn't see that happening.
That leading up to our wedding, we had a lot of conversations about like the institution of marriage and like what marriage meant and like the heteronormality of marriage and all the implications of marriage for us that we somehow felt like we needed to absorb as we got married. But we had a moment where we were like, why can't we just define what marriage is going to be for us? And then that's what it's going to be for us. One thing that marriage has changed about our dynamic is like the way that we are with our friends. Like I think our friends have really become like our family. Because I think we care like so deeply. We're like continuously showing so much care for each other, and like it just extends and reverberates outward, and like the people who really hold us have like really felt that.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. Like the minute that we got married, I feel like there was so much distance between us and our actual family members, and that is, you're right, when our friends became even more of our family. Between us, like I think that we've gotten stronger as a result of that. Once we were married and we were able to like, you know, have our own home and then be a little bit more like financially secure, I think is like something, the responsible adult thing, just like, can we actually like afford and like give a good life to our child? So I think that was one thing, and I think the other part of it is very like emotional and mental. Like where were we like as a couple individually and together? It is a different experience than like obviously like how, you know, hetero knows like how we think of it. Like it's just like not as easy, so it's like a real process. And before we like went through it, I think we took a lot of time to talk about like what is some like traumas that we've gone through as people individually that like we definitely do not want to pass on to our children. What are some things that like we learned from our parents, like some habits and just mindsets that we like really want to bring to a family. Luna changed our life literally the moment that we found out that she was coming. And I remember being at the airport and saying to her, "You hungry?" Like my pregnant wife. I know. I gotta feed my pregnant wife. I was like 20 minutes pregnant. Seriously. From that moment, I feel like she's definitely brought Sue and I like so much closer, and I didn't even think that was possible because I was literally like, this is my best friend, we're the closest we've ever been. I've known her for so long. But having a daughter, like, oh man, like Luna teaches us something different like every day, you know, and like I'm humbled by how much we both like learn from her and how much we both like try to be the best versions of ourselves because of her.
We want her to honor us and her to learn that practice of like understanding where she comes from and her own history and culture and appreciating and acknowledging that as a practice. So I think that in order for us to teach her that, we're also like reteaching ourselves those things.
For sure, yeah.
And it makes us different people, and sometimes we're not great at that, or we fall off, and so then that teaches us to be like patient with ourselves and compassionate with ourselves. So it's just like, I think she has offered us so much just with her existence, and I know it'll only like I think like that will only deepen as she grows.
I remember that when we were talking about having a baby, we thought a lot about like whose biological, like whose egg we would use and stuff like that. I really wanted a child that was biologically mine. Luna couldn't be more my daughter. Like, it's like crazy because I thought that it would matter to me so much, and it's like I forget sometimes that I like how much I cared about that. Ever since that like first moment where as soon as she came out, she heard my voice and she like moved her head from one side literally to like the other side so that she could see me because she recognized my voice. And I was like, wow, like what a connection. Everything I do, like my heart, like she hurts, like I feel it. My wife feels it. And it's crazy, like just to have like somebody that you love like this much. And she's the best. You're the best, Looney? Yeah. 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 Yeah, she's the best.